You may wish to keep an eye on cash, investigate why a distributor is rearranging his downline, or follow up on why a vendor has been deleted with the possible interruption of supplies. These and dozens of events that occur every day can be automatically monitored to keep you fully aware of what is going on within your company. When you select Notifications Management, a list of currently monitored events is displayed. You may search and filter them via the search tool. To add a new event, choose the event from the drop-down list and click the Add Event Handler button at the foot of the pane to display the Event Handler editor. For example, you may wish to record when a new distributor is added to the system. This would be a business rule with the condition of Add as opposed to a Delete or Edit. Events in this drop-down are described in a technical manner, so Add New Distributor will be found in the list as Business Rule Add Condition. A new pane will open displaying the event name that this handler will monitor. The field type allows you to select how the event will be reported. Currently, the only usable types are Action Log and Send Email. Select Action Log to record the event in the system event log files, or select Send Mail to have the system automatically send an email. Your choice depends on the type of event. If you are adding 5,000 distributors every day, then you probably want to avoid being sent an email every time it happens, but you may want to be alerted via email when a critical vendor is deleted from your system. If you select Action Log, an editor will be displayed to allow you to write a descriptive message to be recorded in the log. Alternatively, you may just create a plain text message by using the simple text window below. If you select Send Mail, a recipient choice drop-down is displayed, allowing you to choose who to send the message to. If you choose Mail to Custom Email, a field will be displayed for you to enter an email address. A BCC picker is displayed, which is blind carbon copy, allowing you to choose additional recipients for the message by choosing them from the left window. Click Add to move them to the right window. The same HTML and plain text editors are displayed for you to create a description of the event. The Enable checkbox allows you to create an event handler, but toggle it on and off by selecting this checkbox. The Access Orders radio button allows you to define who will be permitted to make changes to this event handler. Individuals that access your MarketPowerPRO system can be divided into 4 groups. Users, yourself, your customer service team, the inside sales force, general management, any employee who will log into the administrative back office of your system. Customers, individuals who wish to purchase your product but are not part of the business opportunity, usually a part of a specific distributor's personal group. Vendors, the persons who supply your product and to whom you will want to grant limited access to certain areas related to product fulfillment and warehousing functions. And distributors, your main sales force, the persons who will want access to view personal genealogies, sales information, enroll new members into the downline, and so on. Each of these groups will complete an enrollment process in order to log into your system. This process entails completion of an application form where certain information will be gathered. MarketPowerPRO provides you with the ability to define this information individually for each of the 4 groups. Visit the Field Requirements area when you are ready to define the information that users will be required to provide when enrolling with your company. A number of attributes such as address, birthday and phone number appear in a list. You can check off which attributes are required entry and which are not. Items that you define as required will be compulsory entry for each new enrolling user. A user, customer, vendor or distributor is added to your system via an enrollment process. This process requires completion of a form. The form is predefined to gather the necessary standard pieces of information, name, address, phone number, and so on. You may have a circumstance where you need to gather an additional piece of information unique to your circumstances. For example, you may provide specialist footwear, essential to conduct business, and as part of the registration process for a distributor, you will need their shoe size. The Custom Attributes page allows you to add a field to your form that you may set to be required. The registrant must provide the information, and the enrollment process will not continue until they have completed this part of the form. Desired. The registrant is encouraged to enter the information, but the system will continue the registration process if they leave it blank. Or not required. The system will not care if the field is left blank and will continue the registration process regardless. custom attributes are added to your form by completing the following information. Name. This is the label that will appear beside the field on the form, for example, shoe size. Description. This is the label that will appear in the editing screen and would normally be the same or similar to the name. Type. This is a drop-down that will allow you to define how the information is gathered. For example, for shoe size, you would restrict entry to a number by choosing a numeric text box from the drop-down. Other choices include a radio button where the registrant will choose one of a number of choices, a URL text box for the registrant to enter a website address, a date field for a birth date, and so on. Each of the field choices will offer further settings. For example, when you choose a radio button, a field will be displayed to enter the first choice, an add button to add a second choice. Your next setting is whether the field is required, desired, or optional. If the information you are gathering is essential, select required. Otherwise, select desired to encourage the registrant to provide the information, or optional if it really doesn't matter whether they provide the information or not. As you add additional custom attributes or fields, the order count will increase, and you may choose to rearrange them by selecting the correct order in relation to other attributes from the drop-down. Enter a description for the new attribute in the description field. Your business pack includes a pair of fine leather shoes for use when visiting your clients. Please enter your shoe size to ensure we send you the correct fit. Width. Each field will occupy space on the form. You may want a large field for a text box, but keep the field very short for a numeric choice in the 1 to 10 range. Set the width or size of the field by choosing to define it in the percentage of display or fixed pixels. In the field beside it, enter the appropriate number. If you are unsure what to enter here, experiment until you find the size that looks best for your circumstances. Remember, a percentage will vary depending on the size of the reader's screen and whether their browser is maximized or not. A fixed pixel size will set the field size regardless of their display resolution and browser size. When you are happy with the details for a new custom attribute, click Save and Close to commit your settings, or exit without saving to abandon the new attribute. Users, customers, vendors and distributors are added to your system via an enrollment process. You may include specific terms and conditions as part of the enrollment process. The Terms and Conditions pane allows you to check a checkbox that will display the text in the Terms and Conditions part of the enrollment process. Checking the Registration with Confirmation checkbox will send a confirmation email to the registrant. And finally, enter your Terms and Conditions text in the editing tool. The editor is a feature-rich tool that will allow you to paste text from your clipboard or create a document with graphics, various font styles, colors and sizes, import graphics and media files, and take advantage of tables to format your document. Hover over the various buttons in the editing tool to see a tooltip that describes the functionality of a button. At the bottom of the editing tool are 3 more buttons: a pencil that will switch to normal editing mode, a less than greater than symbol button that will display the page in HTML text mode for editing the code directly if you are proficient with an HTML editor, and a magnifying glass button that will switch to the preview mode so you can see the page as it will be displayed to the registrant. When you are happy with the terms and conditions, click Save to add them to your system. Remember, you may create them now but not include them in your registration process by clearing the checkbox at the top of the pane. Don't forget to turn it back on again when you are ready to include them in the registration process.